What's up, boys? Welcome back to another Beyond Stock video. We're out here at the range today. It's a beautiful mid-April day, balmy, 20 degrees this morning when we woke up. It's starting to warm up, so pretty jacked up about that. If you haven't watched any of our other videos, we're building semi-custom rifles off of Howa barreled actions and using a bunch of cool components and kind of customizing our own guns. And the whole ethos behind this video series is to become better shooters, which means better hunters in the long run. So while you'll see us shooting long distance at targets today, that's not the goal for our hunting. We like to get in close, and inevitably all this training is going to help us become better shooters. So we've gone through a few videos on our rifle builds, load development. We got coached up by a local legend here, Jared Miller. And today we're out practicing for an NRL match, which is coming up next weekend. And we've had some cool conversations with Travis, the owner of NRL, and another one of our friends, James Rowe. They're both really experienced shooters and know a lot about NRL style matches, and kind of gave us some tips on what we should be practicing. So Jace, what do you think we're going to do today?
Yeah, so like Michael mentioned, we got our first NRL Hunter match next weekend. It'll be Michael and I will be teammates, and then Marcus and Kara will be teammates. So
we've shot a couple of PRS style matches already and kind of have gotten the feel of like being on the clock and stuff, but where this NRL is going to differ a lot from that is like we don't know ranges and we don't know where the targets are. So I think that a lot of the practice today will be communicating with our partners, locating targets, and getting good ranges on them, and communicating dope and windages. So that's kind of we don't have a whole lot of experience with that, and that's kind of what makes NRL Hunter unique, is that it's set up for hunting situations where, you know, an animal pops up on the hillside, you got to get a quick range and make a good shot. So
okay, I'll give you guys a quick and brief synopsis of how a NRL Hunter stage works, at least to my knowledge, since none of us have competed in one yet, but based on what we've learned and who we've talked to, this is how it goes. So you'll show up to a stage completely blind, so you'll either be around the corner or down the other side of a hill, so you won't know where the targets are. But before you show up, you're going to know you're shooting target, we'll call it A and B. And then you don't know the range and you don't know where they're located. So you'll come up to your stage, your time starts as soon as you start going. Then you got to get up to the stage, you got to glass your target, you got to find where the targets are, range them, get your dope for your gun. And you also have stakes on where your positions are going to have to be. And then the way scoring works is if you hit it, a first round impact is 2 points, a second round impact is 1 point, and if you don't hit it on the first or second, you got to move on to the next target. If you're doing this as a solo, your time limit is 4 minutes, but as a team, which we'll be doing, you have 6 minutes. So could be a variety of positions you have to set up, and the number of targets. I know there's no more than 4 targets will be set up for you, but it could be anywhere from 1 to 4 targets and 1 to 4 positions. So each stage you'll get a quick briefing, but once you get up on the clock here, you got to find, engage, and get your dope and do all that stuff on the clock. So that's really challenging and it really emulates hunting. So should be learning a lot from this.
All right, our buddies Zach and Logan just showed up, and they have a lot more experience with NRL Hunter stages than us, so they've graciously designed a course for us. Thanks for showing up today. Yeah. And here we go. Let's see how it goes. First NRL mock stage ever.
Okay, so your 2 positions are going to be 1 off the tire, 1 prone.
Wait, you're telling us before the time?
Yep.
Is that how it will work?
Yep.
Okay.
So there'll usually be a paint marker or something like, hey, these are your 2 positions.
Yeah.
Right, you're shooting 2 diamonds, right? I'm going to tell you the target markers.
Okay.
But most of the time it'll be like, you're shooting 2 diamonds left to right, your first target is 5, right?
Okay.
And then the next target's it doesn't have a marker on it.
Okay.
But since we're here, you're going to shoot 5 and C, 2 diamonds, but we're going to shoot both the big diamonds.
Okay.
We're going
5 and C.
Yeah. So you can, I usually write like 2 diamonds, 2 positions on your arm board. Probably not fun to hold that.
Be getting to know where my pen is.
So just write it over here somewhere. Yeah. Yep, and then you just throw a diamond.
5
And then 2 POS. Like 2 positions. Just as like a reminder. Yep.
Then it was
L left to right. So L. And then I just put a plus line and then right. You're gonna shoot target 1, target 2 from position 1.
Yep.
And then you're gonna move, and then you're gonna shoot target 1, target 2 from position 2, and then whoever's shooting second, then we'll do that same thing.
Shoot, this is gonna be fun.
I got a timer, Michael.
I got one right here. I want to do it anyway. So.
Yeah, you need to run yours, but
A big thing to just keep in mind too is like where you put your gun, and like first shooter needs to be like clear before the second shooter loads his gun. Like you just don't want to get DQ'd for something stupid. Just always be conscious about. Like when you get on stage, whoever's shooter number 2, put your gun well out of the way so shooter 1 could do the whole thing. You don't have to be like, oh, I gotta go move my gun. It's 6 minutes for most of the stages is plenty of time, so you don't feel like you have to rush. Just like smooth is slow and slow is fast.
all right. So your sighter pin's that white rock right in front of the tripod,
okay.
and then the next 2 rocks. There's one on that table, and then one down and to the right.
So those are our shooting positions.
You have to be within those, yes.
Yeah. So you shoot both those prone.
Nope. The one has to be off the tire.
One has to be off the tire.
Yep.
And the other one can be prone.
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. Shooter understand the course of fire?
I do.
You do.
Shooter ready?
Yes.
Engage.
Five and C. So I'll look near.
Okay, I got C. This is C's 510, 508, 510. Or I'm sorry, C. C. It's at the back skyline with the green mound. You find 5. I got 5.
Where's
It's to
it
the
at?
left of C, also on the skyline. Brown, there's a berm behind it.
Yep. I'm getting 510,
Yeah,
516.
516. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
So I'm just gonna like come up a little bit.
You ready?
Yep. So it's 5, then C from the same position, right, RO? All right. I'm gonna want my bag here. Does anyone have a time? I did not start my time. Oh, I did start my time.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Oh, actually, I
You're
did
supposed
not.
to be done by now.
Wait, is it 4 minutes?
No, wait, no, we're supposed to be shooting. Yeah, okay, 4 minutes. We're good. Okay, I'm on target.
Okay. So we'll make sure we have our trigger cam on. Five. Let's see. You on target 5?
Yep, target 5.
All right, I'm gonna hold on the edge of diamond.
Okay. Impact.
Left side.
Next target.
Was that left side, Jace?
Yeah, I would say it was left side of plate,
Okay.
but not that. I mean, that was the right side of target. Good job.
Next position. Inside of the rock. Michael, get this rock right here. Inside the 2 rocks.
Inside of this rock?
Yeah, sorry. This rock and the one on the
All right, Marcus, you got to move.
Oh, I'm tired here.
Yeah, I'm on target. 5.
Same hold. Left side.
Might have been a little high.
That was
Nice.
straight up,
That was
Jace.
pretty straight up and a little, maybe on the lower half. Okay, I'm on target, Steve. Left edge. Nice.
Make clear. Make out.
It's not much wind at all. I would hold left edge.
Left edge.
Impact.
Next target.
Right side. Hold a 2/10 left of where you just held.
Okay.
Impact. Left edge there, Jace.
Next position.
So somewhere in between there.
That's time.
Time.
Time, but go ahead and shoot it.
Yeah, there were a couple things that we could have sped up on there. That was trigger cam.
Speaking of trigger cam.
Right edge.
More wind.
Yeah, a little wind. I'd add 2/10. Hey, target 5, you gotta re-engage.
Oh, right.
Like, they won't say anything.
Yeah. Yep. Impact. Left of center, but it was pretty good. Same hold. Impact. That was dead center.
Yeah, you guys did good. There's a little, like, you'll pick up a bunch of stuff, and for team stuff, you'll develop your own methodology. For Logan and I, the positions aren't always going to be that obvious. So
Yeah.
the first shooter, which has historically been me when Logan and I shoot, I'll go build a position. I'm getting my gear ready, build
Okay.
a position, and Logan is on the sight marker finding targets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did feel like we took
Yeah.
most of our
So-
time up just sitting back
Yeah,
here.
I wish I
looking
would
at
have had this thing running so I could have.
That's a good
But
call.
I like that. Like,
Cool, yeah.
first person builds a position. You're
then
kind of
you have
better at
time-
spot. Maybe I should go first. Spotting stuff. Because, like, you're good at spotting stuff. I'm not really.
Yeah.
Well, like, there's just little stuff, like you extended your tripod all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like, unless you're, like, looking over or something.
Stay low.
I generally don't, because I'm not going to shoot it standing.
Well, it makes
hardly
sense.
ever.
Yeah.
So like, because mine starts on my, like, I'll carry it. I have like a old balls of ink. It's just like carrying it right here. Like mine is roll my backpack off, set my gun down.
Yeah.
And the advantage when you're not having to do these big movements, when he kneels down, he can literally be looking out there while he's deploying. And like some of them are so obvious you don't need your binos. Be like, oh, I got target one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like if you're standing, you kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, like it's just a harder position to see
then
downrange.
it's-
Yeah.
Because you're gonna know like where kind of the general direction. You
Yeah.
can instantly start looking. Because I mean that's 10 seconds right there.
Yeah.
And if you're a first shooter, then you should, like Zach as first shooter, even if I'm having trouble, like say that you're a first shooter, like walk up here, like your stuff should have went
Yeah. Yeah.
there
Yeah.
first. Because I mean it's pointed in a safe direction, right?
Yeah.
It's pointed down range.
Totally.
And then you can instantly build that position versus.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but whenever it's like 10 seconds to come back and get your back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then it's 10 seconds to, like, it's probably, there's 37 white rocks out here, so that's
Yeah.
probably my
Yeah.
fault, but, like, 10 seconds there, 10 seconds turning the
Yeah.
trigger cam on.
Yep.
Because, like, we shot it with trigger cams.
Yeah.
Like, the guy's like, do you understand the course fire?
Yeah.
Turn the trigger cam on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we always have a process before we like go up and talk to the RO, or when we get to the RO, it's like, you got rounds, you got your mag, yep, and you zeroed out, yep, like, make sure your gun's good, and it's like trigger
And then
cam
we
on,
both look at our armbands and make sure we got the same thing written down. Like it's like 2 deer targets, left to right, 2 positions. And he's like, yep.
Okay. Good info, boys.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fire hose and stuff
Yeah.
for a while,
Yeah.
but
That's fine. That's fine. I'm on it. Impact. Impact. Two and then C. And 395. I love this gun, man.
That one was challenging. Damn it.
What do you think?
That was very helpful that we did this
Yeah.
before just jumping into the competition, because
Totally.
I think from our very first stage that we did of the day to the last one we just did is like a lot of improvements.
Totally. I think if we would have not practiced this and just jumped right into our first 5 stages, we'd be just kind of figuring things out. I think we kind of got our communication a little bit dialed. I think that we may have found an order for us to shoot, but we'll have to talk about that. I'm sure we'll come out and shoot more, but also today the conditions weren't too terribly difficult either. So
Mild wind. for
yeah,
sure.
mild wind. But yeah, so next you'll be seeing us at the NRL Hunter in Idaho. So pretty jacked up on it. We've really enjoyed learning so much over the past couple weeks, coming out here and shooting, learning about wind, how to build positions quickly. As you saw, these last couple positions were like tripod or prone on side hills, kind of like what you would see in a hunting scenario. So again, that's the whole purpose of us doing this video series, is to become better hunters. Really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see, well, we're gonna see you right now in Idaho. It's a good time. This is only stage 2 though. We might have this conversation a little later today.
Let's go, dude. He didn't get to finish, so I feel like I gotta keep speeding my game
was-
up a little bit.
If I knew where that last target was, maybe, well, I probably still wouldn't have finished.
Nice, that's perfect.
Cougars.
Shoot them cougars.
Boys are going after some cougs.
Straight up.